Welcome to River City Plus. It is the show, after River City Live. So I'm hanging out here with Stephanie Young, and gosh, you wear so many hats around this. Like, if you're rolling around any of Clay County, OP, the Bergs, Duval, especially when it comes to giving back to the community, Stephanie is one of those people that's one of the most plugged in that I know. And so we're talking about an event that we're co-hosting, second annual Coco and Carols. And that's presented by Concert on the Green. So we talked about it on the show, but there were a few nuggets we might not have touched on.
Yeah, let's get on those a little bit.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We don't want to leave food on the plate.
No, don't want to, especially when it's Christmas time. And so we're in the season of giving. So there's a lot of this is free, I like to say. So free admission, free parking, free trolley, free face painting, free Coco. That's why we're all really there for is the Coco. And then there's also this really groovy VW bus that you can get a free photography for your Christmas season in there. There's going to be food trucks. If you get a little hungry, bring some money. There's a variety of food trucks. There's going to be vendors. But none of this would be possible without our sponsors. So I'm going to cheat a little bit here.
Okay, we're going to run those.
We're going to run our sponsors really quick.
Run that
so I'd just like to give a shout out to JEA, the Peach Cobbler Factory, Hercules Heavy Lift and Whataburger, and ISO Real Estate Media. And of course, we cannot forget our co-hosts for for venue, the town of Orange Park and Moose Haven.
Oh, yeah. So if you haven't been to Moose Haven before, it's a great layout, but you guys won't be actually on the campus per se. We'll be on River Road, where that's where all the performances are. And so you'll be able to line up along the fence. There's how many stages this year?
So we have 5 stages,
Okay.
and we're going to have 20 plus different ensembles, choirs, concert bands, but the Highland Bagpipers are going to be playing also. First Coast Highland Bagpipers are going to be playing also. So there's going to be a lot to do. I think you and I are going to keep us on that one stage, but we'll make sure we get everybody announced back and forth. But it is a lot of great talent right there in Clay County that we're going to be featuring.
And I think it's all kids, and I remember schools
absolutely.
and stuff.
All
so
schools.
I talk about the talent. We saw some stuff last year that I'm like, they're middle school?
Yeah, the bee's knees.
Oh, yeah.
I will never forget the bee's knees. They're my absolute favorite.
Is that the one I called them the wrong name?
Yes.
And mom in the crowd's like, that's not it.
She corrected us.
And it's like, my bad. I didn't read all my cards. I'm working on that. I'm taking notes off of her professionalism. So, so last year I had a great time, and we got to see some quality. Is D-Line going to be there again, or no?
Yeah, it's not there. It's not D-Line, but is a marching band. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Their drum line's coming.
Okay. So it'll still be hot. It'll still be hot. And then like the food trucks. Oh, we eating good, but it's just a great opportunity to get people together. Weather's going to be decent, and it's going to have that holiday vibe where it's chilly but not so overbearing that you're like, oh, I can't come out. And then we're waiting for about between a little bit after 9. That's when the big arrival, the big reveal.
Santa and the fire trucks.
Yeah, so you hear a swath of fire trucks coming up the block. You actually hear them before they get back down to the venue.
We hear them all night.
They're making the rounds all around the city, and then it's like, when are they on? But when they hit our block,
it's clear that they're there. It's clear that Santa is here. So, and then if you don't want to be out in the cold or the elements, we also are offering a VIP lounge this year for $35. You can get into out of the cold or out of the elements. There's going to be additional restrooms. There's going to be food by Mackey's Munchies, delicious Cajun food. And then I heard the elves are hard at work at putting together some swag bags. So
I like it. And all of this again is presented by Concert on the Green, which is a charitable aspect of Clay. Is it Clay predominantly or Clay Duval?
Yeah, so they started out in Clay County. I don't know if some people might remember back in the day, they would go out to the ravines and the Jacksonville Symphony would come and you bring a picnic and your blanket and chairs and listen to some music. And that has evolved over time to Rockin' on the River series and Coco and Carols. So this is the second annual Coco and Carols. Last year we had 3,000 attendees. We expect to have way more. And it is probably like if your heart can't grow in size over the season, you're clearly a Grinch if you're coming to Coco and Carols, because it is you're just dived into the spirit and the music of the season. I mean,
we all know how I typically am about the season. My Grinch heart is growing. It is growing a little bit. I had people come by like, oh, you actually did decorate with holiday spirit this year. I did. And so I'm glad to get out there, and we rocked the mic well together, so super stoked about that. But I want to take a little pivot.
Wait, maybe we should get your face painted this year as the Grinch. What do you think, Jana? Yeah, I'm in for that. Let's do it. I might know. It's free. It's free this year. Yeah, I like it. I'll be Cindy Lou if you be the Grinch. How's that?
We'll cross that bridge when we. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can eat
We'll
my
leave the singing to the students.
Munchies. But can we? I want to do a little pivot if you don't mind.
Sure.
So I mentioned that how plugged in you are to the community. You're also really an integral part of Challenge Enterprises,
Yeah.
and that is a nonprofit that's really prevalent throughout Clay County, doing a lot for people with different abilities. And you guys have events going on throughout the year. But for those that might not really understand or the full scope of Challenge, can you break that down
Sure.
for us?
Actually, Challenge Enterprises we've been in service for 50 years in Clay County. We serve actually outside of Clay County. We actually have more employees employed in Duval County. We have employees down in Gainesville, and now we have employees up in Georgia. So basically, Challenge Enterprises assist adults with disabilities with finding meaningful employment and residential stability. So right now, I believe we have 242 differently abled or disabled employees that work at a variety of fields. We have some that help. We're here at the Bennett Building and the federal courthouse, and we do the commissary at NES Jacks. We load ships out at Mayport and up in Georgia. We do the federal courthouse down in Gainesville. So these are all viable jobs. They're getting competitive employment. But, you know, you can't just, it can't be all work and no play.
Right.
So let's talk about our newest big thing that's coming up that's about some play. So some of you guys may know on March 2nd is the Gate River Run. But inside of the Gate River Run is another opportunity. It's called the Run for Inclusion. So we actually pair abled athletes with our disabled athletes, and they're going to compete in the 15K, the 5K, and the Challenge Mile. So we love it because they get their medals, and it's just an experience that they may not get if they didn't have the guides of our abled athletes. So we are in partnership with the Ability Experience to make this happen. Some of our athletes will ride in push trikes. So we borrow those from the Ability Experience, but it's just a really great opportunity. I mean, they talk about it all year long, and you should see when they get their medals, it's pretty precious. I mean, like
show, right?
they won't share them with me. I keep saying, can I just wear your medal for 5 minutes? Absolutely not. You have to earn it apparently. So they told me I was going to have to put on my tennis shoes this year and go get my own medal. So.
I can. I bet. I bet. Now, so how important is it that organizations like Challenge are around to offer opportunities like that?
Yeah. So we as a community only really work when we're all inclusive. It takes every member of a community to make our communities work. So if our individuals with disabilities are not working, then what are they going to do? They may be sitting at home. They may have no real outreach, whatnot. So that's what's so important about what we do is not just providing jobs. We also have outreach programs. Like we also have Club Challenge. And at Club Challenge, the individuals learn not just job skills, but learn how to advocate for themselves. And you'll see some of them at Coco and Carol's. There are some of our volunteers. They put in, I don't know how many thousands of hours volunteering, but in those volunteer spaces, they're learning skills that they'll use on a job. So that's what we kind of use that as a place to kind of OJT it, I guess, in a way. But it's so important that our individuals are a vital part of our community. They can't be just pushed away and not considered. Because I don't love the word disability, but it's what we use. Our people just have so many talented abilities. We have a couple of artists in our group. We have a comedian. We have people that are extremely talented with computers. There's an individual that I let him do all my math for me. He's super good. I'm like, figure out these stats for me. So, but it's just finding out. Like any employer will do this. Any employer will employ you based on what your ability is, not what you're not able to do. That's why I am not employed to be some kind of drawing artist or cartoon artist because I can't draw stick figures.
Same.
So, but we all as employees focus on what we can do, not what we can't do. And that's why it's so important is to give these individuals the opportunity to do something, to show off their skills because they are super talented.
Oh, and so much energy. I've gone through and so friendly and engaging. And then going back to the gate, having that big group together. Like I remember how hyped they were getting last year before everything popped off. And you guys keep expanding with the gate because I think what you told me the first year you only had a few
We had
able-bodied,
we had 3 disabled athletes, and I think we had 10 or 15 abled athletes.
And now you're up to.
So this year we're going to have 15 in the 15K. So that means there'll be 15 disabled athletes in chairs, plus their 3 to 4 companions. And I don't know how, we're open, whatever we want to do on the 5K and the Challenge Mile. We only have 15 trikes. So, but this year we're moving up from 15, last year we had 5 to 15.
Nice.
So, we're going to have to get people outside of Challenge to come participate. So we're looking for other disabled athletes that would like to participate. We probably should have our notifications on challengeenterprises.org by next week, letting people sign up and participate in the inclusion run inside the gate.
So I'm sure we'll be talking about as we get closer to the date. But in the meantime, you can go check challengeenterprises.org, kind of keep posted up if you're looking to be one of the able athletes that can be a participant. Also, if you have somebody that wants to be a part of the program, good way to look out and find out more information on that. Now,
We also need some sponsors if you want to sponsor too.
there you go.
Bring on that. You can put your tennis shoes on and join us? Come on.
I'm not running.
Run,
man.
Rance, run.
Oh, we know I got a bad wheel. I'm just gonna. Can I walk?
You
and
can
just-
walk it. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm
all
gonna walk it.
Walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it. All right, and then pivoting all the way back. Let's
Sure.
bring it all the way back to Coco's and Carol's.
Sure.
People want to get the VIP experience. That's a ticketed experience ticketed experience. You can go to online to find those. But if you want to find out more on the event just on its own, or what Concert on the Green is doing in future in general, and how you might be able to contribute and be a part of that, where would they go?
Concertonthegreen.com. We're keeping it simple, folks.
yeah.
Concertonthegreen.com.
I like simple. Well, thanks for hanging out with us
Absolutely.
today.
Thank you, Rance.
And,
Appreciate it.
If we could afford it, we would sing Carol's Going Out, but for now, we're just going to dip out. Jana's going to be at Happy Brew tomorrow for River City Live, and then she'll be hanging out a little bit after for RC Plus for that aspect of things. So we look forward to seeing you tomorrow at 9:30 for River City
Live.
She got it.